Hi and welcome to a new vlog. I thought you guys could tag along with my midsummer weekend, and for you guys who don't know, midsummer is basically a Swedish traditional holiday where we kind of celebrate summer solstice, or like the longest day of the year, because in Sweden it's like a long time during summer. It's so dark most of the year, but during summer we can have like the sun out from 3 in the morning until like 11 p.m. And for some places in Sweden, the sun doesn't even go down, which is crazy. But not here where I live in South Sweden. But I'm not really celebrating. I am kind of, but I do work this weekend, which is sad. But it's also like, you know what? After 10 months not working, I need the money, to be honest. So I said I could work midsummer. It was fine for me. And I do work morning shift, so I start at 6 a.m. and then I finish by 1 p.m. so I still get to celebrate, but I do have work the day after, so I can't really celebrate the full-on Swedish way, but it's fine for me, so yes. But I'm also feeling kind of like I'm in a rut, and this has several explanations. Since coming home from Australia, I feel like I've lost a lot of the Australian lifestyle I had, and it was just more like, I don't really know how to describe it, but you thought a lot more about moving your body. But I feel like I've become so comfortable in my room and in my house that I'm not moving as much as I did in Australia. That to say, I do still average quite a lot of steps a day. Because of my work, I get in a lot of steps, but it's steps inside. So I don't really think of like going out, going in nature, actually moving my body in a way where I feel good and not because I have to because of work. So I do take a lot of steps a day, but inside in my workplace. So for example, today I've taken 9,417 steps. And that has all been inside. And since coming home at 2 p.m, it's currently 6:40 p.m, I haven't taken a single step where I thought of moving my body in a way that made me and my mind feel well. Just like losing some of the lifestyle choices I made in Australia that I really, really loved and that made me feel really good. And I'm an anxious girly. I tend to overthink. I have a hard time falling asleep. All of that standard things where just like putting some extra thoughts in how I act and how I behave in everyday situations, like just prioritizing things that makes me feel good, that makes me calm down. I really, really miss the Australian way of everyone just being outside. Where you go to the city, you do things all the time. It's just not that way in Sweden, and I'm missing it so much. And I think like when you're in a community like Sweden where we are a lot like, we're individuals. In my opinion, Australia is more a community, that's a better word, not a collective. A community where you hang out a lot more, you have trivia nights, you have music bingo, and I loved going to all of that, and I really, really miss it. I feel like I just go to work, then I come home, then I go to work, then I come home, and I've been doing that so much. And also because I haven't been able to move my body in the way I usually did when I lived in Sweden before, because I had glandular fever, aka mono. Very humbling to admit, very humbling, but I got it, like the incubation time, I think it's the same word in English, I hope so, otherwise I'll write the right word down, but it's 4 to 6 weeks. So when I noticed I had it, I was back in Sweden and I was feeling horribly. Yes, horribly. My throat was so bad that I had to eat ice cream and frozen raspberries for like 4 days. That was all I could eat for 4 days. So I'm not allowed to go to the gym, I'm not allowed to run, I'm not allowed to do all the things that I know I would actually prioritize, because I've never been a walk girly. I never feel like, ooh, let's go for a walk. I'm sorry to say, I've never been that girl. Never will be, probably. And that's to say, I live in a beautiful place in Sweden. It's such beautiful walks, and so the nature's so beautiful here. But I've just never been a walk girly, to be honest. But now that's the only option I have. My thought is to go for a walk, because it's actually a really beautiful day today in Sweden, and we've had rain for almost a week now, so I thought, why not take the opportunity when it presents and actually go for a walk. I see that it's quite windy, so I hope it's not too cold. I have like a tank top and some running shorts on, or like gym shorts. I don't know what it's called. So I thought that maybe I'll put on some headphones, listen to an audiobook, and go for a walk. This is my outfit. It's like these, I don't know, really bluish shorts, and then I have a white tank top on. I do have like a light blue sports bra under, but I think it will be too cold, unfortunately. Otherwise, I was thinking a kind of like blue on blue moment, but I think it's gonna be too cold. So it's gonna be a no for that. I'm also actually in love with my room. I love how it's turned out. The only bad thing is that I don't have a lot of space for my clothes. And as someone who used to have so much space for my clothes, that is a problem. So I only have this dresser and my hangers that you can't see right now. But I love my flag where I have everyone's little message from. I have a lot of photo booth pictures up, but I don't want to show it in case my friends don't want to be on here. I have my Harry Potter poster, and then just all my journals and stuff. It's so messy on my desk. I got some cards to send to my international friends now. Ooh, cringy. But so I have one of these, and I've written a little bit back here, and then I have 2 more, and I'm gonna send those to some of my friends, because I love sending letters and I love sending postcards and everything like that, because I'm just a nostalgic person and I love everything surrounding letters and cards. Let's go for a walk now before I start yapping again. I'm back and I have a package, and I'm so excited about this one because I ordered this about a week ago. Oh my god, I treated myself to volume 8 of Emma and Lion, the Unselected Journals, and I am utterly obsessed with this series, and especially this book. It's so good. I can't talk about it because it's volume 8, but I am gonna sit down tonight and start annotating this based on my annotations in my phone. Good morning. I look absolutely dead, and it's because I am. It's currently like 5:38 in the morning and I'm driving to work. I am not a I'm not a morning person at all, and I think you can see that on me. 4:30, not really my vibe, you know. I'm not going on a lot of sleep, and since it's midsummer today, I am gonna be so tired because I'm staying at my friend's place as well. because otherwise I have to drive home, and I don't want to have to drive home in the middle of the night. But then I'll have to go up early in the morning tomorrow. I'm gonna work until 1 p.m. and then I have to go home, take a shower, take off my makeup, put on new makeup, put on my dress, and choose my dress. I don't know, I haven't bought anything new. Otherwise it's like midsummer is the one time a year where I like buy a new dress, because it's so nice to have summery dresses. And the problem is that I don't have any of my summer dresses where I live right now, so that's kind of problematic. But it's also like, oh well. So I'm thinking of doing like a white romper, but the problem is that it's long sleeved and it's supposed to be really warm today. I don't feel it right now. It's like 14 degrees, but it's also really early. It's still before 6 a.m. in the morning, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's really bright, so I'll stop talking now and try to gain some energy before working. We're now in the car again. How bizarre. I'm driving towards my friend and the dress literally just broke. And now I'm humbled. I don't think you can see it. It's like under my armpit, kind of. I was reaching forward for my phone and it broke. It tore. And this is not my own dress. Mom, I'm so sorry if you're seeing this. It was an accident. It was not me, I promise. So that's humbling. I don't think like it's salvageable. Do you say that? It's just a tear. I can sew it together again, so it's fine. But it's like I can't do it now, so it just have to be a tear in the dress, which is humbling. It's so humbling. My hair is also not the way I want it. But you know what? That's fine. We're good. We're all good. It is the day after and I am so tired. I've not slept much, and I feel like it's not specifically because I slept little this night. I've just been sleeping horribly the last 2 weeks since I got mono, you know? I've had a really bad cough especially, and I feel like my throat was hurting so much for about 3 or 4 days. I got a really easy version of mono, I think, because it was only 3 or 4 days where I could barely eat, and a lot of people have that for like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, they have to get hospitalized. I had a friend who had to get that, so I've been absolutely terrified of getting mono. But it was very chill. Like, it was still very unpleasant, but it wasn't that bad, except for the cough. And I've been coughing for about 4 weeks. It's gotten a lot better, I still do cough quite a lot, so, and especially when I go to bed. So I have been sleeping absolutely horribly because of that, and the fact that I have to get up at like 4 or 4:30 a.m. has also led to me sleeping like 3 hours per night for about 2 weeks time. And I also have tomorrow off, and on Monday I start at 12 p.m. so I feel like I can get a lot of sleep in. But I hope tomorrow that I do still wake up quite early, because I have things to do. Like, that's the problem with having days off. You have a lot of stuff to do, and you have to do it on your day off, because after work you just don't feel like doing your washing, you know. And I'm also thinking of going into the city to get my photos from my film camera, the one-use film camera I have, developed, so that I can finally see them, because I used up all of my film yesterday at midsummer. So yeah, but I have to make dinner soon. I'm thinking of doing a steak-ish with some potatoes, because we eat potatoes all the time here in Sweden. And maybe watch something. I recently watched Off Campus. I haven't read the book, but I watched the series and I'm obsessed. I never really watch new series. I just rewatched the things I love, and it's films, movies, like series, doesn't matter. As long as I've seen it, I rewatch it all the time. I recently rewatched Dead Poet Society. I feel like I rewatch that movie every month, every 2 months, because it's just that good. I think it's my favorite movie of all time. It's, oh, I keep talking about it to everyone because everyone should watch that movie. And I recently watched Good Will Hunting, actually, the same director as Dead Poets. And it was really good as well. I got it recommended, and a bit, like, in the beginning I was a bit hesitant, but then I really got into it, and I loved it. And now I watch Off Campus, a totally different vibe. It's a hockey romance series, for you guys who don't know, and it's based off the Off Campus series by L. Kennedy. And I've had it on my radar ever since it was really popular, like in 2021 or something. But I just never read it, and I don't know why, because I've read so many hockey romances in my lifetime so far. But I adored it, and I started listening to the audiobook of it, and I really like the male, like, voice actor is the better word, I think. However, I'm having a hard time with the female one because I feel like she's very monotone, and that makes it kind of hard to listen to. But I'm also kind of in a slump where it comes to physical books. I don't feel the urge to pick up any physical book, and I think it's because I'm lying. I read 8 books in like 6 days, and I haven't been able to... Well, I've read a book since then, and it was really good. It was Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan, I believe, and that was really good as well. And I read The Bodyguard, and that was the book I really, really loved. And then I read Summer Romance, and that was good. I didn't really like the ending, and I feel like that's kind of controversial to say, because everyone loves Summer Romance so much. Like, so many people I look at YouTube or like Goodreads or TikTok adores this book, and I could see why. And that's just my opinion. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. I can dislike a book and you can love it. That's fine. That's your opinion. However, in my opinion, I just felt like the ending wasn't satisfying for me. And I don't know if it's because I felt that the male main character was more like me compared to the female main character, because I don't want to spoil anything, but the things he went through and kind of like the public's opinions on him growing up in a small town, I just really, really saw myself in that when you grow up in a small town, like a really, really small town, you kind of live with footnotes on how you should be and how you should act. I actually wrote an essay on this when I was in Australia. How you're always... You feel like you always have people's opinions on you on how you used to be, and how that can really affect the person you're trying to be. And I really saw that in the male main character, and saw myself in him. So I just think the ending wasn't satisfying for me, because it felt, from my point of view as a person who could really see myself in him, really, like, unlikely. I don't know. It's just, I love the book up until the ending, because it just felt a bit unrealistic from my point of view, but I'm also not the characters, so, or the author. I'm gonna stop yapping now. I feel like this video has been like my brain, just brain dumping in 12 minutes. I probably won't keep all 12 minutes per usual. These clips always go on so long, and then I keep like 1 minute in the vlog. Maybe I'll try to keep the entire thing and see if you guys like it, or I'll not do that. Okay, this light is very humbling because I feel like you can see my face in its entirety, and not in a good way. I ordered photo books from my time in Australia, and oh, I'm sitting on the fire alarm. Perfect, perfect. And I'm so happy with how they turned out. Look at this. I'm loving these. I've showed it to some of my family members and I'm excited to show my friends and other family members. So we have one from Brisbane and one from Sydney. I don't know how much I can show since it's people on, and I don't know who want to be in my vlog or not. I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna show the back of the book, not anything inside. So sorry guys if you don't want to be in this vlog now. You unfortunately are, but you're on my social media, so people can find you either way because I have a public account. This is the back of my Sydney book. It just says Sydney 2026. We have a picture on me on Bali, a picture of blue mountains, a pic from my graduation party, not my, like the graduation party in Sydney. And I love this. This is a film photo with the exact same camera I bought and now I've used here in Sweden. And then New Year's in Sydney. Amazing. We queued 19 hours, but it was really, really good. So it's just that, and then they literally had this, I made it on Pixary, not sponsored, I made it myself. And I found this cover and I was like, perfect, it looks amazing. And then it just says Sydney 2026. I am quite annoyed at myself because I just made the Brisbane, say Brisbane and not Brisbane 2025. So that's annoying. And then on the back of the book here, it's only pictures of me and my friends. So I don't think I'm gonna show it, but it's the same as the Sydney one. And then, like in the front, I just have Brisbane, a little heart where-ish where Brisbane is. This one I had to do myself because I didn't have one for Brisbane. Bad style. And then it just says, my time in Brisbane from September till December 2025. And I'm in love with these. These feel like such good quality. Again, not sponsored. I just love taking photos and like printing them and having them in some kind of way or form. And I've tried other companies for different photo books from different like trips and stuff. And these are the ones I'm actually really, really happy with because it was so easy to do it. And it took 2 days for them to come. Once when I made a photo booth, it took like photo book, it took like a month for it to come. So I'm really, really happy with the result and it looks so good. Wait, I can show you. Like I have it here on the table kind of, and I feel like it looks so good with like the white chairs and the white table and everything. But now, oh my god, it's so hot. I'm sweating. But now I'm gonna go make dinner and make the house even hotter. I don't even know how warm it is. I'll go check. Okay, so I look absolutely like an egg in this bun, but I can't be bothered. It's currently 32.0 degrees outside and it's 29 degrees inside. Oh, it's so hot and we don't have any AC, so I'm just keeping the doors and windows, everything are open right now. The thing is that we have a lot of windows in this house, so it's just a lot of heat gets in, and my room is on the 2nd floor, so all the heat goes up there, which is simply lovely. But let's go and make some dinner. It's so hot though. I'm hungry, but I'm also not because of the heat, you know. But I have to eat, so yeah. Also feel like it doesn't look like I have any eyebrows or any hair, so that's simply lovely yet again. Let's play some music. I have been playing both the last of the Bugs, The Great Divide by Noah Kahn, but also You Seem Pretty Sad for Girls So In Love. That album is diabolical. I listened to it the first time and just bawled my eyes out. I think like my first ones that I immediately loved was What's Wrong With Me with Olivia and Robert Smith. That's a banger. And I especially love the lyrics. Wait, here. Went to the doctor and she said I was fine, but every movie that I see makes me cry. It's like everything in this song is just so good. And how it's like trying meditation with a bottle of wine. It's like somebody put a weight on my chest. I should talk to a friend, but I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning and my stomach is sick. Say I'm in love, so it's hard to admit. I think you, what's wrong with me? It's just so good. And the entire like lore around that song is amazing. But I also loved Expectations and Cigarette Smoke and My Way. That was like my top 4 at first listen. I, just as everyone else, I got a soft spot for Honeybee. That's just such a beautiful song, as well as Stupid Song. That one, incredible. I feel like the entire album is a no-skip album, honestly. Well, to be completely honest, I feel like maybe I've just not gotten it entirely yet. Could be that. But Maggots for Brains, I don't really vibe with it. I do sometimes skip it when it comes up, as well as Purple. Like, if I'm in the right mood, Purple is such a vibe. I'm just not really very often in that mood. However, everything else, I can barely ever play less. That song is so heartbreaking, so incredibly heartbreaking. The end of the song is, if loving me means saying, babe, I think this is the end, well, I guess I wish you love me less. Yeah. Okay, I'm filming on my phone because my camera died and I'm too lazy to go up and grab another battery. It's currently about 10 p.m. Do you guys see how light it is? This is summer in Sweden. It's crazy. But I ate my dinner. It was delicious. Thank you very much. And then I've been watching the first Divergent movie. I was obsessed with Divergent in like 2022, I want to say. And this may be unpopular opinion, but I love the Divergent movies and I love the first Divergent book. Hate the others. And that is hard to say as a book girly. But I'm going to read the new Divergent movie that is going to be released either this year or next year. I don't really remember. I can't say anything because if you haven't read the books, it will spoil a lot of things. And I feel like you have to go through the heartbreak of disappointment by yourself while reading the books. Nothing beats the first book and movie, like nothing. And I also remember Triss's haircut in the second movie was like my first real heartbreak. When I saw that they cut her hair short, it hurt my feelings a lot because her hair is just stunning in the first movie. I don't get it. Okay, so it's currently 11 p.m. and do you see this? It's still light outside. That is crazy. This is truly like Swedish summer. I'm thinking of maybe going to bed. I maybe want to reread a little bit of M.M. Lion in the physical book I have. I really want to buy the rest of the series, but they are republishing, so the like OG indie published cover is so expensive right now, and some of them you can't even get. Like, I looked at it and I think volume 5 and 7, I can't find it anywhere. Good morning. It's Sunday and I'm having a day off, which is incredible. I slept till 11:30. Not me saying yesterday, oh, I'm gonna wake up earlier, la la la, I have lots of things to do. I did in fact not do that. I woke up 11:30 a.m. I slept over 11 hours, which felt incredible, and I feel recharged and ready. And I'm also happy that I have a sleep-in tomorrow. Like, I start at 12 a.m. no, p.m. I don't know, I never struggle with AM and PM except when I mean lunch, because we use like the military clock in Sweden, aka we don't use AM or PM. If it's 10 p.m. we say 22 or just 10. So it wasn't until I went to Australia that I started using AM and PM, and I never struggle with it except when I say like midnight or midday, because midnight is 12 a.m. that I know. But I don't know why I can never say 12 p.m. because 12 p.m. in my mind feels like midnight, but it's not. I don't know. However, what I've done this morning is just, I was out tatting for a while, and then I started doing some laundry, like my bed linen and also the rest of my laundry. So that is on its way, because I have not done my laundry in a while because I've been doing so much lately. So I haven't had the time, so I put in some now, and I'm thinking of going into the city because I have some things I need to grab. I need to put in my camera, my disposable camera, so that they could develop the pictures from that. I think it's gonna take a while, especially like because it's Sunday today, so maybe in the week or the week after I'll get the photos. So that's exciting. I'm a bit nervous how it turns out because I've never used a disposable camera before. It was only on my graduation party in Sydney that I used it for the first time, and that was like EF the school who had 2 or 3 I think, and they took photos and they turned out amazing. So I'm hoping this one turns out amazing as well. I really want to buy another one because I'm doing quite a lot, like I'm going to London and stuff, and I really want to have a disposable camera then. But I'm thinking of waiting until I actually get the pictures so that I won't buy one and then hate how the pictures turn out. So I think that's it. And I really have to get going because the store closes in like 4 hours. And I have places to be tonight because I'm going out to have dinner with my mom and my brother. Like I said, we're going to the harbor kind of in the city I live in, or like close to the city I live in. So I want to have time to just chill a bit before going to that, which means I have half an hour drive to the mall and then half an hour drive home. So I basically have 3 hours, and that's not a lot of time. So I'll see you later. I just found Tim Tams at a store here in Sweden. I'm back and I have a little haul. I did buy stuff that I didn't have on my list, of course. So I have not organized this. Wait, I'll be back. I'll organize this so it goes correctly. Okay, I have organized what I bought a little bit, or at least like taking it out. And we have a lot of face masks because I do love a face mask. One from COSRX Advanced Snail Mucin Glass Glow Hydrogel Mask with collagen as well. Then I have my standard Biodens. I love these face masks, my go-to. Then I tried, I tried this company before in Australia, and then it was like a collagen face mask. This is just, I think this is one of those you have for 15 minutes, and yeah, 10 to 20 minutes and not like 4 hours, because it's quite nice to have one you can just shook on and then shook off. Bought some patches, pimple patches. Never tried this company before. I did buy some other things from this company. Yeah, because they said it was like award-winning. I don't know. I easily fall for that. So I bought hydrating moisturizer, night moisturizer, because I only have a day one, and that's gonna finish so quickly if I don't buy a night one. So I bought the Moon Balm from Common Clouds. That was the same as the pimple patches. And then, oh my god, no, also Cloud Water from Common Clouds, that a gentle exfoliating BHA toner, because I need one of those. Lastly, kind of in skincare, is that I bought SPF from Beauty of Joseon. I'm probably butchering this, because I think it was Sophie Jane Miller that talked about this SPF, because I'm quite acne prone and she is as well, and she talked about this one being good for acne prone skin when it comes to sunscreen, because I always get pimples from the sunscreen because it's always so like contains a lot of fat and stuff and blocks your pores. So I'm gonna try this one because sunscreen is a must. That's all the like skincare-ish about a deodorant. And then lastly, I bought the Kerastase. This is a conditioner. This one I haven't tried. I talked to one of the girls who work there, and she was like, this is strengthening your hair like from anti-breaking if you've been in the sun a lot. I was like, I've been in Australia for 9 months, so I'm gonna try this one. And then I also bought, this is like a rinse treatment that is supposed to make your hair glow and stuff. I saw Sophie J. Miller as well try, I think it was this one, I hope, try this in her vlog, but it was like a test, so I'm not entirely sure it's this one, but I hope it is, because I wrote down what it was called, and it was like acidic gloss, and this is what this is called, so I hope it's that. I'm gonna try it, and I love Kerastase, so we'll see how it is. I'll give you guys a review. That's the things I bought. That's my haul. Now I have to go to my mom and eat dinner. It's officially time for me to end this vlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.